Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Higurashi. Before we get started, I am a little bit sick, so any video cuts or weird sounding voices, just know that's why. Second thing you're going to notice here is, if I return, no, don't return, there we go, is that I've got the new sprites, the new backgrounds and the new sprites. And voices, that was the other thing. Someone told me how to get those, and I didn't fully understand the link they gave me. I'm not sure if... I think you were just supposed to drag and drop files, but I did find an installer that was really easy to use, so I used that. I was told Rena's name is actually Rena, which you'll actually hear the characters talk about. I had to replay back to this point because my loaded save wouldn't work with the new sprites. I'm not exactly sure. Oh yeah, I was informed, because I'd forgotten that Harley Quinn was the one who gave me this game 2 years ago. So, sorry about that. Completely forgot. It was 2 years ago. I did ask for a thumbnail in the comment of the second video last time, which I forgot to bring up in chat. So if anyone's got a good, at least 720p thumbnail that we can use, maybe give me a couple options, because I'll have to look through them since there's not really any convenient portraits like there was last time. So maybe, as long as it looks somewhat good, like it doesn't look DeviantArt-ish, that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid, that would be good. And I think that's about it. Someone else is telling me that this is based off of a real village, which I actually saw a picture of, and they show an overview of it, and it looks very similar, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, we're going to get started now. You'll notice a lot of little nice things are added in, like a nice widescreen support and all this other stuff, so I think the game's going to look a little bit better, and we'll go more into that later. So, we just got out of school. No matter what the day had held, the last school bell always came too soon. Our shadows stretched off into the distance. This will be nice because that means I won't be talking the entire time. I should add, these sprites here, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to look back, but I think are the same sprites that we had on the official Steam release. Now, I do still have the option to go to the original sprites, but they look a little different. It's better than Marshmallow Hands, but not as good as the ones we have now, so it's kind of weird. I was enjoying making fun of the Marshmallow Hands. Anyway, let's continue. It was such a direct question from Rena. I inadvertently blushed. If it was for a date, then wouldn't you do it more subtly? Rena saw me lost for words and realized that I'd misunderstood, and turned red as well. I have the feeling that, especially with the horrors that are to come, this game is going to be a lot better with the character voices. You know, rather than me trying to do them. So apparently that wasn't what she meant. But since it's always fun when Rena's in a panic, I went along with it a little. Playing it up, I slumped my shoulders, feigning dejection. Oh, that's a good voice. Unable to hold it in any longer, Mion slapped me on the back. That's a good laugh. Mion was rolling on the floor, clutching her stomach, while Rena flailed around, completely bewildered. It's gonna take me a while to get used to her name still. I couldn't help but start laughing as well. Feeling just a bit guilty, I ruffled Rena's hair. It's just a prank, bro. She really is a cute one.
ってどこからだろうどこからだろう。
え、あ、途中から。
途中からってことはケイちゃん、最初の真っ赤になったのはあれ演技じゃないんだ。
それって。
It was only a momentary lapse, but there was no way Mion would let a delectable detail slip by her.
いや、その。
Saying anything more was also a bad idea. In my bewildered state, I slipped further into an unfavorable position. After that, Mion continued to tease me about it for a while.
で、明日が暇だと何なんだよ、レナ。
I do appreciate having all the text at the bottom instead of the full screen thing like before.
何の話だっけ。
It had been so long that Rena had forgotten. That's how long Mion had teased me.
ケイちゃんさ、まだこのひなみ沢一人じゃ回れないでしょ。
That was true. I hate to say it, but if you blindfolded me and spun me around 3 times like we're playing pin the tail on the donkey, I wouldn't be able to tell up from down here.
そうだな。町へ行くのと学校へ行く以外はまだ自信ないな。
そうそう。それでね、明日ね、みーちゃんとレナでお散歩しながらケイチくんにひなみ沢を案内してあげようよってことになって。
That would be a godsend. Frankly, I was happy about the offer.
もちろん行くでしょ。
暇ならな。
女の子が誘ってんじゃん。
暇ならな。
どうせ暇なんでしょ。
暇ならな。
I was being stubborn, so as to not give a clear yes or no. Even though I thought it was a godsend. Too much of a scamp to say so up front.
ケイチくん、暇じゃないのかな。
While Mion and I had our rather sour back and forth, Rena peeked over at me hesitantly. Figuring I'd been a bit too rough on her, I just gave in.
すまん、許せ、ごめん。暇だ。
よかった。
The trepidation disappeared from Rena's face as it blossomed into a smile.
おうおう。ミヨンさんとレナさんじゃ随分と温度差がありますじゃん。
It seems Mion didn't care for how rude I was to her, compared to how quickly I agreed with Rena. But her being annoyed was very interesting. So I pushed Rena forward, speeding up our pace to leave Mion behind.
行こう、レナ。明日は二人っきりで出かけような。嫌味なミオンは置いてって。
ケイチくんがそれでいいなら。
案内しようって提案したのは私。しかとすんな、前原圭一。
二人きりでピクニック嬉しいな。弁当は持ってくか、レナ。
お弁当いるならレナ作っちゃおうかな。
レナもしかとすんな。二人がラブラブだって村中に回覧板を。
Is there even a hotel district in the middle of nowhere?
じゃあレナ、今日は早く帰ってお弁当の準備するね。明日が楽しみ。じゃあね、ケイチくんにみーちゃん、さよなら。
Oh yeah, I also have to say, so obviously the backgrounds have changed. They don't have that, real picture that's been kind of blurred to look fake. Look, now it actually looks like someone drew this. And on the same note, the CGs, like the full screen background CG things of characters, those look strange because they don't have the same characters as these sprites. They use whatever the original sprites, not the marshmallow hands from last time, but whenever I go to config and go to these original sprites, they use those in the CG, and it's kind of weird. So, I don't know if there's another update to fix that. Honestly, it doesn't bother me that much, but it is a little weird. Rena bounded off like she was walking on the moon. After the dust settled, all that was left was me standing next to Mion, sprawled out on the ground. There was a welt on her face.
大丈夫か？ミオンとレナの立ち位置2メートルは離れてたはずだぞ。
あんたが来て以来切れ味は増す一方。おじさん身が持たないわ。
Maybe it'd be easier if you stopped saying stuff that makes Rena want to hit you. Or else this will end up being Mion's slapstick comedy hour. If that happened, the results might be fatal.
くじけるなよミオン。レナのジャブを見切れるのはお前しかいない。
私は膝じゃないかと思ってんだけどね。
Could it be that we were hanging around with an unrivaled martial arts master? Maybe someday we'll see her debut in an extreme contact sport.
レナには負けられないぞ。ミオンも鍛えてリベンジだ。
ケイちゃんがしてよ。おじさんは応援してる。
Mion and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Rena's infallible technique. I do like these updates. All of them seem pretty nice so far. I'm glad I updated it early on rather than waiting till later. You receive new tips. We're a mixed grade, we don't have a uniform. Okay, oh yeah, that's right. That's right, I remember. From the little bit I played, you do get tips after every once in a while. Which are, I think, like skits almost. It's only June, but it's already so hot. I could hear the Higurashi outside chirping, me, me, and at night there are mosquitoes. It might as well be summer already. My only salvation was that the mornings were still cool.
暑いでございますわね。
Like here, oh yeah, I think this is another good example of the arts that are different still. See, she looks very, very childish in this, I guess, would be the best way to say it. I don't know. That's not a good way to say it, but that's the first thought that comes to mind. Satoko was flapping her skirt languidly. That's pretty unladylike there. Even if she was a little brat, she was still a girl.
ケイチさんはワイシャツ一枚で涼しそうですわね。羨ましいですわ。
俺から見りゃスカートのサトコの方が涼しそうだよ。この時期のズボンがどれだけ暑いか女のお前にはわかるまい。
暑いって、
This girl has gone imagining something indecent.
レナの夏服は涼しそうな色合いがいいよな。見てるこっちも涼しくなる。
It's gonna do that thing where you don't get the second line of dialogue like we had in the first 4 chapters of Umineko. I remember that.
ありがとう。本当に涼しいんだよ。私もレナさんみたいな涼しい夏服が良かったですわね。でもさとこちゃんの夏服ワンピースですっごい可愛いし、レナはさとこちゃんの夏服着てみたいな。
Okay, I think I heard that. She mentioned herself, which is that I'd like to wear your summer clothes. So I think they actually play the whole dialogue line at once. And if I don't precede the text, then, you know, I'll just have silent text there, but they already said it. I think. Obviously, I don't know Japanese. I can just pick up tiny little bits like that.
これ結構蒸しますわよ。絶対にレナさんの方が涼しいですわ。
He said Rena-san again. And that would refer to your. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that they just say the whole dialogue line at once.
でも可愛い服の方がきっと楽しいよ。
I had a feeling that Rena and Satoka's base values were fundamentally different.
そういえばこの学校って指定の制服とかないんだよな。
ないよ。 ふさわしい服であれば私服でも大丈夫なんだよ。
There are quite a few students in regular clothes. There were a few wearing uniforms, but they were all the same design and rather plain.
他の連中が着てる制服は何なんだよ。みんなお揃いだよな。
あれは町の学校の制服なんですのよ。別に決まってるわけじゃないですけど、みんな着てますわね。
そこへ行くと俺らの仲間はみんないろいろな制服を着てるよな。わざわざどこかから取り寄せたのか？
ええ、ミオンさんが調達してくださいますの。みーちゃんの親類で古着商をやってる人がいて、全国の学校の服を格安で仕入れてるんだって。
でその親類に頼んでいろいろ個性的な制服を取り寄せてもらってるわけか。
That Mion, she probably loves using her friends as dress-up dolls. That must be a strange second-hand clothing store. I get that it's a second-hand clothing store, but stocking clothes from schools all over the country? That's pretty strange for a second-hand clothing store. What's the point in stocking up clothes from faraway schools they know nothing about?
それはレナも思うよ。他にも体操服とかスクール水着のお風呂とかも扱ってるの。
I don't know if I'd want to use swimsuit.
そういうののお風呂はちょっと嫌だよね。
あんまり儲かってなさそうな商売だな。きっと少しでも儲けさせるためにミオンが一肌脱いでやってるんだろうな。
でもいつもミオンさんが自信満々に言いますのよ。今にきっと大ブレイクしてすごい商売になるって。
A second-hand clothing store that stocks cool uniforms will be a big hit. I don't get it. So yeah, it's almost like flavor text more, really. It's kind of what I'm feeling like. Not that I mind, it's kind of cool. It's optional.
レナってさ、俺と同い年だったよな。
うん、そうだよ。エトも同じだよね。
Hey now, it would be weird if we were the same age, but not the same zodiac animal.
そんなことないよ。誕生日の違いがあれば年齢が同じでも干支が違うこともありえるって。
あれ？あ、そうか。ミオン、頭いいじゃないか。
ところで、ケイチ君は何月生まれなのかな？レナは7月なんだよ。
Brenna smirked and puffed up with pride. Hey now, what's the meaning of this? She's not planning to be all high and mighty if her birthday is a wee bit sooner than mine, is she?
だが諦めろ。俺に誕生日で挑もうったって無駄なことだ。なんならどっちが年上か罰ゲーム付きで勝負してもいいぜ。
なんでだろう。なんでだろう。
Brenna panicked at suddenly being challenged to a wager. Given how panicked she is, I'm certain she doesn't have much allowance left this month. It's just, sending her into a panic about something as simple as a birthday is so fun. I can't help myself.
ってことはケイちゃん、ひょっとして4月生まれ？
そういうことだな。残念だな、レナ。俺、もうとっくにレナより年上なんだよ。
そうなんだ。じゃあ、みーちゃんと同い年なんだね。
ああ、ほんの何ヶ月かね。すぐにまた差を開いてあげるけどさ。
Mion snickered through her nose. Hey now, that's not something to get all high and mighty about. As if I'm one to talk.
そういえば、ミオンって上級生なんだよな。
下級生の方が燃えるってんなら、今日から下級生ってことでもいいけど。
みーちゃん、よくわかんないこと言ってる。
just by seeing Rena's blushing face. You could tell she knew exactly what she meant by it, though.
で、さとことリカちゃんが下級生とどころか学校が違うくらいの下級生だよな。
圭一君はちょっと好みの年齢が低すぎると思うな。
You're not making any sense yourself, Rena. I'll just grab onto her head and scruff it up a bit.
やめて。
前から思ってたんだけどさ、なんでこの学校ってクラスが学年混在なんだ。
Wonder if there's any audio adjustment options here, because I feel like that music is just a little loud. Let's turn that down a little. Turn up sound, which I can only assume sound is attached to sound, or voice is attached to sound. I guess we will find out.
教室の数が足りないからだよ。仕方ないじゃん。営林署の建物を間借りしてんだからさ。
Let's try one more time. We'll boost it up a lot and see if that helps. When she says it like that, it makes sense. I've thought our school was strange for a while, though. Now, the schoolyard is gravel. There are rooms that aren't for classes, and there's some strange sort of construction machinery parked here.
なんで借りてるんだよ。本当の学校はどうしちゃったんだよ。
I've got a distinct feeling that voice volume is tied to background music volume, which is a bit unfortunate.
戦前からずーっと立ってたらしいからね。老朽化でね。廃校ってわけよ。
Okay, one last test. We're going to test to see if it's actually independent and you just can't change the voice volume. That might be the case. It probably was a grand old schoolhouse.
まあそれで
It is.
生徒は町の学校に通うことになったんだけどさ。遠いでしょ？
So we can fix it by making the music just a little low. I think that'll work. Sorry about technical issues.
どの学校だったの？
沖宮の駅前通りを抜けて病院に曲がって小児科の向かいに学校あるのわかる？
遠いよ。
I couldn't tell where that was by the location, but I understood it was pretty far from Rena's reaction.
まあそんなわけでさ、沖宮の学校に通いたくない連中はこうして営林署の建物を間借りした仮校舎に通ってるってわけさ。
ひなみ沢の子供の半分くらいかな。朝早くに自転車で通ってる子たちも結構いるよ。
まあこんなはちゃめちゃな学校に通ってたら進学校とかはちょっと無理だろうからね。
そんなことないよ兄ちゃん。ちゃんと頑張ればどこでだってお勉強はできるよ。
お、そうだぞそうだぞ。レナとは意見が一致したな。
そうだねそうだね。頑張ろう。
せいぜい頑張ってくださいな。おじさんはささやかに応援しとりますわ。
俺たちがじゃないぞ。ミオンがだぞ。お前受験生だろ。こんな成績じゃお先真っ暗だぞ。
いいもんいいもん。路頭に迷ったら永久就職してケイちゃんに食わせてもらうから。
永久就職ってなんだろうなんだろう。
ほらそこうるさいですよ。自習は静かに。
The teacher yelled at all three of us. It was completely our fault. Satoko saw it and chortled haughtily. I stuck out my tongue at her in response. It's just as Mion says. The school has nothing to do with higher education. But it makes up for that by having lots of valuable things other schools don't. like forestry equipment. They blink when you, like, mouse over them. Anyway, done with the tips. So we'll save there. I know it's a short episode today, but like I said, I am a bit sick, and I don't want to do too much because it kind of wears on you when you're sick like this. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed though. Thanks for watching. Like I said before, if anybody's got any good thumbnails, I'm kind of looking for 720p or higher, but 720p is okay. If it's really good, I can do lower, but, you know, I guess give me some options, maybe. I'm not looking for anything too incriminating, because I obviously I know it is a horror game, but I don't want anything, like, really incriminating about it. And considering that the first part of the story is rather slice of life-ish, you know, something kind of, calm might be a good idea. Thanks for all the comments, guys. I do appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. Sorry if I didn't get to everyone. I know I missed a couple comments when I was about to record and I was looking through them, and so I went and tried to reply to them. So, sorry if I missed your comment, but, you know, it was quite a couple to go through. And hopefully we'll get back to a regular course once I stop being sick. So, might be another, like, sick episode or two, and then we'll hopefully be good. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time for some more Higurashi. Bye!